Hey Stanley, this is Laura. She's not really a brown bear.
Not really a bear.
We've put her into Benjamin's dressing.
It's a little bit small. Do you like my
Yeah.
ears? Okay. Stanley, tonight I'm going to read you a story called Six Bears Get in a Pickle. Are you ready? Get comfortable. Once upon a time, there was a family of 6 bears. There was Daddy Bear, Mummy Bear, Blue Bear, Big Bear, Clever Bear, and Completely Bear. They lived in a forest that didn't have any trees. Now, as you might expect, Daddy Bear was the daddy, Mummy Bear was the mummy, Blue Bear was blue, Big Bear was big, Clever Bear was clever, and Completely Bear didn't have any clothes. One day, Daddy Bear decided that he wanted to do something really exciting, just for a change. So he stayed at home to watch football on the television. Mummy Bear said that she too would have to stay at home because there was a lot of housework to be done. So she stayed at home and watched an old movie on the upstairs television. The 4 young bears all decided to go out looking for adventure. So off they went. Blue Bear headed for the fun fair, but on the way he tripped and fell into a pot of yellow paint. This made him yellow from head to toe. Not the sort of colour a blue bear wants to be. Big Bear went to the Science Museum. Before he looked at all the interesting exhibits, he went to get a large hamburger and a fizzy drink from the restaurant. But instead of drinking the fizzy drink, he accidentally drank some incredible shrinking potion, which made him about the size of an ant. It's about that big. Not the sort of size a big bear wants to be. Clever Bear went to the library. He was sitting down reading some history books when suddenly his brain exploded and millions of tiny pieces shot out of his ears. A clever bear without any brains should really just be called Bear. Completely Bear went to the shops. When he was walking down the street, he came across an opposite thief. Now, in case you haven't guessed, an opposite thief is the opposite of a thief. Instead of stealing things, he gives things to complete strangers. Quite a good sort of chap, really.
That's very nice.
It is. I like him. He saw a poor beggar man sitting in a doorway and he gave him £1 million.
Wow.
He saw an old lady at a bus stop and, very carefully, slipped a gold necklace into her pocket. Then he saw Completely Bear. A bear without any clothes. And guess what he did? He dressed him up in very fine clothes. Silk shirt, designer suit from Italy, pair of leather boots. Completely Bear was furious, but he couldn't take the clothes off because he didn't know how to undress, because he'd never worn any clothes in his life. So there we have it. A blue bear that was yellow, a big bear that was small, a clever bear with no brain, and a bear that had clothes. Big Bear went home, knocked on the door and said, "It's Big Bear, please let me in." But he actually said it like this: "Big Bear, please let me in," in a very tiny voice. Mummy Bear said, "You're not Big Bear. Big Bear is big. You are small. Go away." Then Blue Bear went home, knocked on the door and said, "It's Blue Bear, please let me in." In a yellowy sort of voice, Mummy Bear said, "You're not Blue Bear. Blue Bear is blue. You are yellow. Go away. Then Completely Bear went home, knocked on the door and said, "It's Completely Bear. Please let me in a voice that sounded as if it came from someone wearing clothes. Mummy Bear said, "You're not Completely Bear. Completely Bear is Bear. You are clothed. Go away." Then Clever Bear went home, knocked on the door and said, "It's Bear Clever. In, please let me," in a voice that didn't make any sense at all. Mummy Bear said, "You're not Clever Bear. Clever Bear is clever. You are silly. Go away." So the four bears walked sadly away from their home. They had nowhere to live and they didn't know what to do. "I know. Let's go and see the wise old owl," said Big Bear. But no one heard him because he actually said it like this. "I know. Let's go and see wise old owl," because his voice was so tiny. "Old, wise, go let's see owl," said Clever Bear. Nobody understood what he meant. "Let's go and see the wise old owl," said Blue Bear. But his voice was so yellow, they thought he was talking custard. "I know. Let's go and see the wise old owl," said Completely Bear. "That's what I said the other three. So off they went to find the wise old owl. The wise old owl was sitting in his tree, and he didn't recognise the four bears at first. But when they told him what had happened, he put his thinking cap on. I've lost my place.
That's totally fine.
Found my place. He thought and he thought until he couldn't think anymore. Then he thought a bit more. Then he thought so much that there weren't any thoughts left to think, so he fell asleep. When the wise old owl woke up, he found that the four bears had moved into the treehouse. Big Bear was resting in a thimble. Blue Bear was trying to find some blue ink to pour all over himself. Completely Bear was still trying to work out how to take his clothes off, and Clever Bear was in the kitchen trying to cook some toast in the fridge. I love Clever Bear. Oh, the wise old owl didn't really want four bears living in his house. Who would? So he started to think again. Thought so hard that smoke started to come out of his ears. All of a sudden, he had an idea. A great idea. He would mix up some magic potions to sort out the bears' problems. So he went into the kitchen and started to mix up all these special ingredients. About an hour later, he was finished. There was some incredible growing potion for Big Bear, some turn anything blue potion for Blue Bear, some clothes removal potion for Completely Bear, and some brain making potion for Clever Bear. The incredible growing potion was in a green bottle. The turn anything blue potion was in a pink bottle. The clothes removal potion was in a yellow bottle, and the brain making potion was in a blue bottle. Got it? Remember that?
I think so.
Yeah?
Oh, I don't know.
He called Clever Bear into the kitchen and said, "Give the green bottle to Big Bear, the pink bottle to Blue Bear, the yellow bottle to Completely Bear, and the blue bottle is yours." Got it?
No, I don't.
Clever Bear took the bottles to the other bears and said, the black bottle is... Nope, there isn't a black bottle hanging on. The blue bottle is yours, Big Bear. The yellow bottle must be for Blue Bear because he's yellow. The pink bottle is for Completely Bear, so the green bottle must be for me. So, they all drank their potions and waited for something to happen. And after a few minutes, something did happen, but not what they were expecting. Big Bear suddenly became very brainy and started shouting out some really difficult songs. Completely Bear turned blue. Clever Bear grew so big that he hit his head on the ceiling, and Blue Bear's clothes fell off. What a disaster. What a mix-up. Big Bear was now small and clever. Completely Bear was blue and fully clothed. Clever Bear was enormous but short on brains. And Blue Bear was bare and yellow. It's all very confusing. What are we going to do now? Said Blue Bear. There's only one thing for it, said Wise Old Owl. You must go and see the Wizard of Brick who lives down the Yellow Oz Road. He has got some put everything back to normal potions. So off they went, down the Yellow Oz Road. They found the Wizard of Brick in his big golden castle. He laughed a big wizardy laugh. Ha 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 ha, when he saw the 4 ridiculous-looking bears. No problem, he said. I will sort you out. Clever Bear, go into my magic room and bring me the bottle labelled Put Everything Back to Normal potion. So, Clever Bear went into the magic room. He only just fitted through the door because remember, he was really enormous by now. And saw 2 bottles on the table. One bottle was labelled Put Everything Back to Normal potion. And the other was labelled Make Everything Worse potion.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, Clever Bear could no longer read. So which one do you think he took?
Make everything worse.
I'm guessing that's probably the one. Yep, it was the wrong one. All 4 bears drank some of the Make Everything Worse potion. What could be worse? Well, we will see. Big Bear was now small, clever, but bright orange. Completely Bear was blue, fully clothed, and had elephant trunks growing out of his ears.
Oh my god.
Clever Bear was silly, huge, and thought he was a rhinoceros fairy. And Blue Bear was bare, yellow, and his head had turned into an egg salad.
Oh,
Oh dear. But wait, there is an easy way to sort this out once and for all. Can you think what it is?
go and get the Put Everything Back to Normal potion.
Don't send Clever Bear. Do you think they sent Clever Bear? No, they sent Blue Bear in. It was a bit difficult for him to see properly because his head was an egg salad, but he managed to find the potion and brought it to the others. And they drank some, and do you know what happened?
Everything went back to normal?
Well, Big Bear grew big, Blue Bear turned blue, Clever Bear got his brain back, and Completely Bear lost all his clothes.
He was naked again.
Yeah, just the way he liked it. So everything was back to normal. They went home, and this time Mummy Bear let them in. Did you have a nice day? She asked. Yeah, it's quite interesting, he said. The end.